We're mobile. Take Fox Sports 1350 with you using iHeartRadio.
Fox Sports!
The Inland Empire's home for NASCAR. Fox Sports 1350. KTDD San Bernardino, an iHeartRadio station.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are live in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. This is IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know, the conversation starts and stops here. You know, they got this thing, Eternal, that they always talk about, break the internet. I think we may have broke our website yesterday.
Yeah, well, you know, I look at the back end of what's going on, and it was really, it was a pleasure to notice what was happening there.
What website is that?
Oh, IESportsnet.com.
Okay.
Where you can get real-time scores.
I'm on right now.
I guarantee. I happen to be online right now.
For the low price of free.
Guarantee. But yeah, no, you can go to IESportsnet, IESportsnet.com, and you can get up-to-the-minute scores for all your Inland Empire, San Bernardino, and Riverside County high school scores. As I was saying.
So you say you can get Riverside and San Bernardino?
And San Bernardino.
Okay. So you get both?
Both of them.
Okay.
Or two of them. But yeah, so I was noticing online, like I can see our stats, our visitors. So generally, you know, we kind of have, we hover at a certain level. But then you see yesterday, and it was almost like the Bitcoin.
Right.
But it didn't fall. It went the opposite direction. So we had a really unique day yesterday.
And what did we launch yesterday?
We launched the Inland Empire, which is the Fox Sports 1350 IE Sportsnet Player of the Year. And this is for high school football.
Right.
Folks, we are really, really excited about this. Ultimately, what's happening is...
You say the names, because I don't want to butcher nothing up. You're a little bit better at that. Okay, you passed reading.
Tell the folks how we came up with. Tell the folks what this is exactly, please.
So basically, what we did is all season we did the Fox Sports 1350 IE Sportsnet Player of the Week, and what we did is we compiled the players that had the highest votes throughout the year, and I think there was 7 that came. There was some at the end that was so close to each other. We said, because we wanted to initially do 5, but we said, you know what, you had all these kids get all these votes, so I said let's go ahead and include all 7 of them. So we took all 7 of the top vote getters this year. And we put them in the Player of the Year contention, and we got one from Diamond Ranch, Isaiah. He was a Fred Rogan Player of the Week, I think, twice. Yeah, Rogan's hero. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's Isaac Velasquez, and they from Diamond Ranch. They've been all over. So I guess we'll just go ahead. We'll do the names now. As Coach B was alluding to, there's 7 kids. So we'll just start from the top. Sherrod White out of Heritage High School. Hank Bachmer.
I'm glad you said that.
Yes. Well, I could have dogged it. Ain't no telling.
Yeah.
You just got to say it with confidence.
Right? Say it with your chest.
From Marietta Valley High School, Jaden Daniels, Cajon High School, Isaac Velasquez, Diamond Ranch, Brandon Rankins, Aquinas, Zaquan Irby, Ganesha High School, and then Lawrence Starks, tennis shoe. We call them Cinderella tennis shoes. Right. Out of Etiwanda High School. So those are the 7. And ultimately what's happening is you can go to our website, IESportsnet.com. Again, that's IESportsnet.com. You'll find the graphic. Click on it, and then you can place your vote. Let your voice be heard, and you can vote for the class of 2018 Player of the Year. The IE Sportsnet Fox Sports 1350 Player of the Year for high school football.
And the thing is, we get, because we use the company we use to tally our votes. They're legit votes, ladies and gentlemen. We get legit votes sent to us. And in one day, I got a text that we got almost 400 votes in one day. And I'm looking on our Facebook page, over 131 shares of that on people's Facebook pages out there. And I just want to give shots out to Jaden's mother, because she made a tag. She tagged about 30 people on her page.
And that's a unique situation, because before, I'm glad we have Mama Daniels on our team, because there was a time.
Her last name's not Daniels, but it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Keep going. Jackson, I think it is. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
I am for real.
Yeah.
Never meant to make your son cry. But Miss Jackson, was again prior. She had to correct us. I won't put you out there. She had to correct us because I guess we had a name misspelled or
no. What it was is we did the poll. We put that they had lost, but they had won, and she said, Cajon won, get it right.
Yeah, and her neck did that too. Her neck kind of, you know how the women do it.
You can see it through social media that she wasn't playing.
She had a hand clap in there. Don't get it twisted.
Right. And she had that mommy, she was probably waving her finger.
Oh, yeah. You know how they do it. So, yeah, we were really excited about that. But as we said, you guys can vote for the Fox Sports 1350 IE Sportsnet Player of the Year. And, again, this is recognized the Inland Empire's most outstanding high school football player of the year with the most prestigious honor in high school sports.
Absolutely. So we can't wait to see that. And I'm looking on the website. We've getting a lot of traffic on that. And also it was a pretty quiet day. A lot of the kids are my kids are on Christmas break right now. So a lot of the kids aren't out and about. One big game that I saw, I did see that in basketball, Chino Hills took an L to Westchester. But that is when you talk about power programs, Westchester is absolutely a power program.
No question.
And then you see it was Academy of Career. I don't even know what career exploration. Never heard of them.
Yes.
But their boys basketball, the boys and girls played. The girls won, the boys lost. So.
Yeah, and I know Riverside Poly, they're doing some really good stuff. They have a sophomore over there, Mr. Butler, who is doing some really special things right now. So big. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they're 10-0 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so big up to Poly. They're kind of picking up from where they left off last year. Really good young coach doing some really great stuff. And so it's a special thing what's going on over there at Riverside Poly. Exactly. Like I said, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're 10-0 right now. So
okay, and we got we're excited today. We got a couple of guests. Coach Esposito, friend of the show, one of the driving forces and the reason that IE Sportsnet even got involved with the Riverside Sheriff's Association game. It was Coach Esposito when he was over at Paloma Valley, the head coach. Now we're excited. He will next year he'll be the Temecula Valley Golden Bears head coach. So he's going to be calling into the show in just a little bit.
And has he accepted that job offer already?
Yeah. He's the one who announced it. So he announced it on his Facebook page. So he'll be there. And then we have the massage.
Yeah, I believe it's called Definition Sports Massage. And we got wind of them by the good folks over at Max Muscle.
You mean the people that was inside the magazine, IE Sportsnet magazine?
2 years in a row.
Reader's Choice.
Voted Reader's Choice champion. Championship. What they gonna say? Championship. But yeah. So we were really excited. Husband and wife here to talk about their business, a local business. And again, that's one of the things we really enjoy doing, to get a chance to highlight some of the great businesses that are doing stuff in terms of sports that are here. Another thing we have going on, we have our football games are coming up. The Riverside Sheriff's Association. Now we got to make sure that we give these boys the right credit, because
give them the right credit, man. Come on now.
The Riverside Sheriff's Association has been doing some unique things and has extremely catapulted our football game to another level. So this year we went from one game, so now we're going to be doing a doubleheader. It's going to be the Riverside Sheriff's Association football game, which is the Riverside County All-Star football game. And then what comes before that, Coach B?
San Bernardino comes before Riverside County when you're driving on the. So we're going to have the Riverside Sheriff's Association 215 football classic. And the good thing about that, what we like, hey, here's the thing, and we talk about this, Chestnut Checkers. I reached out to San Bernardino County Sheriffs. We've been doing these games now for 4 years, and I've been reaching out to them.
You put it out there.
The Riverside Sheriff stepped up and say, hey, we will sponsor the small school game, which has Riverside County and San Bernardino County.
So they did some heavy lifting.
Right.
They took the shirt off.
Right.
And muscled up. They already got the Riverside game.
Right.
Now they got the 215.
So basically, all the people in San Bernardino County, I want you to know, when the San Bernardino County kids are playing in this game, their shirts are going to say Riverside Sheriff's Association.
Well, hey.
I want everybody in San Bernardino to know, and I'm a San Bernardino resident, so I want everybody in San Bernardino to know that. So when their social media and their Twittering and they're doing all that, their jerseys are going to say Riverside Sheriff's Association.
I almost said a word right now.
Don't get us kicked off air.
I know.
Come on now. Come on now.
The Tupac said on the movie Juice, but I'm not going to say it.
You got the juice now.
Right. I was going to say that. There you go. But Riverside, yes, we in the house. But no, we're really excited about that. We also have The Voice. When we say The Voice of Riverside, I'm talking about it. Let me tell you something.
Take your time.
When you say voice, and you say Riverside, there's like
I thought you were talking about you.
No. You know, I take a back seat.
Okay.
So we're really excited. This brother will be doing the announcing for the game. So he'll get a chance to come on and introduce himself to the. Really doesn't require introductions. Been doing this, way longer than we have. So we're excited to have him here. Excited to have him on board, helping us out with the game. So we get a chance to talk to him a little bit about, the football game and his excitement about calling the game, Coach B. So then, mind you. Fast forward to because this is our annual. We didn't get a chance to. Do we have any jingle bells? I mean, I need to look at it, Greg Holler. I don't know if we have it, but on our way out, I want to hear some Santa Claus straight to the ghetto.
You want the Nate Dogg?
I want the. Hey, is that? I don't know. You let me know, Coach B. What is your favorite hip hop or favorite Christmas song? I don't know. You let me know what yours is.
Probably the Run DMC one.
Yeah, I guarantee that.
Christmas
in
Hollis Queen. Yeah. Even though I was born and raised in the hub city, I was still excited about that. So
that song that said it right there. That was just like the ultimate hip hop Christmas anthem right there. It's Christmas time in Hollis.
Oh, there we go. Look at G Holler. That's what I'm talking about, man.
So look, we're gonna go to break. We're going to let this song, I know, but we're gonna go to break. We're going to come back and we're going to.
Okay, well, let's do that. Let's
go ahead. What do you want to do?
Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. You ready? Because I think we got a caller calling. I'm excited about that. Yeah. We'll get them when we come back. So you listen to IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here live on Fox Sports 1350. Let's go, Holla.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons Sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Hello, my name is Officer Richard Guerrero, Vice President of the Fontana Police Officers Association. We're more than just a labor organization. The Fontana Police Officers Association is serious about giving back to our community, particularly to our kids. We found that kids who study, do well in school, volunteer regularly, and participate in sports are less likely to become involved in criminal activity and illicit drug usage. Each year we provide thousands of dollars in scholarships to local kids, community causes, and we are proud sponsors of the Inland Valley All-Star Classic Series. The Fontana POA and strong community leadership will make way for safer and more prosperous community.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are live in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. I'm excited. When we first started IE Sportsnet, this is one of the coaches that embraced us and really showed us just the warmth of the Inland Empire. We're joined on the Boost Mobile Be Heard Celebrity Hotline by the new Temecula Valley head coach, Coach Bert Esposito, on IE Sportsnet, Fox Sports 1350 with Coach B and Eternal. How's it going, Coach?
Very good, very good. Can't complain.
Hey, Coach, man, couldn't be happier for you. You're a longtime resident of the city of Temecula.
Yeah.
You were recently named the head coach for the Temecula Valley Golden Bears. Coach, talk to us about your excitement and your expectations with your new job.
Well, I tell you, I'm very excited. I mean, being here in Temecula for the last 23 years, you know, I'm a Temeculanan. And anytime you can coach the local high school team, the original high school team, and I remember 23 years ago being over at Linfield, looking over the fence going, someday I'd like to be the coach there.
Right.
And to have it come full circle like it has is exciting. I'm a part of this community, and I look forward to really doing everything I can to turn that program around and seeing if we can bring it back to the glory days.
Yes, sir. Now, it's interesting because if anybody is taking that trip into Temecula, as you're driving down that street, you know, you see that big old marquee on top of that building right there. You know, talk to us about just that, you know, 'cause it just has to be magical for you to be there. But anyway, real quick, you've had a couple of steps along the way. You know, you've done Ramona, my alma mater, been at Rancho Verde, La Sierra. Your last stop being at Paloma Valley. How will your previous experiences help turn this program around, in your thought?
Well, I tell you, going to those schools, and not all of them, but most of them, when I went in, they were kind of in the same situation Temecula is. Mm-hmm. Not much success.
Like Ramona.
Yeah, Ramona was.
He's trying to beat me up a little bit. Don't you see him? See what he's doing over there?
A lot of people told me when I went to Ramona, it's a career ender. And but you know what? We turned that thing around real fast.
Yes, you did.
And you know, same thing at Paloma. When I went to Paloma, they were over, and we got that thing back on track right away. And I plan on doing the same thing here at Temecula, although they're in one of the toughest leagues in California, and all the schools in the league are phenomenal. So we got our work cut out for us, but I look forward to the challenge. I'm a competitor, so it's going to be awesome.
And indeed you are, and we know you can do it. You're capable. Once again, we're joined on the Boost Mobile Be Heard Celebrity Hotline by Temecula Valley's new head coach, Coach Bert Esposito, on IE Sportsnet, Fox Sports 1350 with Coach B and Eternal. Coach, last year you were an assistant at Chaparral, and I know you've coached now for 26 years. You don't look like a coach. You look like you could still get out there and play. You have a record of 151. 114 and 4, and a CIF Southern Section championship. And you're a 10-year member of the and president of Southern California Football Association. What keeps you excited about football? And and before you answer that, does that 151 win include the Riverside Sheriff's Association game? I just want to make sure.
No, it does not. And by the way, it's 161. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Don't make me do up downs next time you see me, Coach, because I shorted you 10 wins. But what keeps you excited about football, Coach?
I'm sorry, say that again?
What keeps you excited about football 26 years in?
I tell you, man, it's just working with the kids. There's nothing better than working with these young adults who are about ready to step into the real world. I've been asked many times, how come you don't go coach in college? And I'm like, well, I really feel like the greatest impact we can have on these kids is before they go out into college.
Right.
And they're about ready to become, true men. And I just love being a part of that. And the memories I've had and the kids reaching back to me has been overwhelming from the guys I've coached over the years. And, this is what I do. And I've accepted it, and I love it. And, just going to finish my career as best I can. And who knows when that'll happen.
And we saw it firsthand last year. Like we said, we had the inaugural Riverside Sheriff's Association game, and that's one of the things when I always tell the story about people. They ask, "How did you guys get involved with that game?" You were in the studio one day, and we were talking about the San Bernardino game. And you said Riverside needs a game like that. So Eddie and I don't do anything without the blessing of the coaches, and you said, and that was something. And we saw you're working with those kids, and you were passionate. I remember we were going back and forth. You were saying, "Brian, I need a practice field closer so my Palm Spring kids can get out there." And I remember us going back and forth about that. I remember telling Turtle, I said, "Man, what is wrong with this coach?" But then again, when we got to the game, I saw it. It's just a special bond you have with those kids. You'll need that this year, because last year, Coach, Temecula Valley Golden Bears had a tough year. They compiled a record of 0-10, but you have a track record of turning teams around and creating powerhouses. What are you looking to change at Temecula Valley first?
Well, the first thing you really have to do in any program is look at the culture. What is it that the kids expect? What are the standards that are there? And I tend to have a very high standard about everything, and those standards will not drop, no matter what kids I'm around. So kids will always rise to the occasion. You just have to hold them accountable. And once you start doing that, it doesn't matter what their background is. We already met the other day, and I told them, I said, what happened last year and the years before, it doesn't matter anymore. What matters is what are we doing today and what are we going to do tomorrow. And, they seem to have bought in already. They're all excited, and that's what you need. You need a belief, and you got to have a goal, and you just go after it. And we're scheduled up all the way through the state championship for next year.
Oh, I like it.
That's what you do, and you believe in it, and you make it happen.
Right. And now, Coach, you kind of we're kind of talking about one of my next questions. However, in terms of talking to the players, but talk to us about the feeling on campus. We saw a great picture of you on Facebook. You got your name and lights on the marquee. Tell us about the feeling over there. 'Cause I know that has to be, I know if that was me and the wife had to drive around that thing about 4 or 5 times.
Right?
You know what I mean? Say, hey, man,
I put it on the billboard.
Now, baby, that's your husband right there. That's your husband right there. Look at him. But go ahead, talk to us about that experience and that feeling you got, kind of just putting your feet on the campus.
Well, I tell you, just from the moment I got on there, just everybody is so excited. And, I've been around the community, so a lot of people already knew who I was. And being that we played Temecula when I was at Paloma so many times, they're kind of hoping that we can reverse that fortune. And exactly. So, but everybody involved was just so encouraging and so wanting the change and to get this thing going. I feel so accepted, and they've gone and rolled out the red carpet for me, and I'm excited, man, and so are they, from what I can tell.
Yeah, and again, like I said, Coach, just to piggyback off of Coach B, we really thank you for spearheading the Riverside Sheriff's Association football game. Again, without you meeting with us all those different times we went, how many different times we meet out there?
I don't even know.
I know, man, but I just thank you so much for being patient with Brian and I through that process. And again, like I said, we're here for you. We're excited about the new venture that you have going for yourself. And obviously, if there's anything we can do, feel free to shout out to us.
Absolutely. You guys have been great, and I've been so proud to be a part of it, and I look forward to what the future holds.
Right, and hopefully you'll be at the game, because we would love to have you, like we said, as the coaching advisor, because one thing that Eternal and I have realized is coaches talk coach speech, so they communicate. Because the funny story is, when we did the San Bernardino game, Coach Price was the head coach over there, and I remember getting about 20, 30 nominations, and I was like, man, that's not enough, and he showed me, no, I already got 100. I was like, wait a minute, how did you get 100 nominations? Because the coaches went directly to him. So we definitely will still pick your brain, Coach, and we'd love to have you out at the game, and we'll make sure we acknowledge you.
Absolutely. I appreciate everything, man. You guys are awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach. We'll definitely keep in contact, because we want to watch you on your journey as you go on take on that Temecula Valley. So thank you so much. I know you got things to do because it's Christmas time. You wanted to be in the studio, but you said, hey, it's Christmas. I got things to do.
Thank you, man. Hey, and Merry Christmas, and thank you. Happy New Year, man, and congratulations on your new job, sir.
Thank you, and same to you guys. Have a great Christmas.
Before, I know we're going to cut out, but name drop your wife, because that's how I found out you got the job. She has been so supportive of you. Please name drop your wife, who's been your #1 supporter.
My wife, Kelly Esposito, is the greatest wife in the world. She is fantastic. I could not do anything without her.
Hey, that's going to give you some slippers and some coffee tomorrow.
Happy wife, happy life, Coach.
All right, man. You take care, Coach.
All right.
All right. Take care, guys.
Yep.
All right.
What a guy there, Coach Esposito. Like we said, the Riverside Sheriff's game. You know, because we talked about Riverside. Where were you born?
I almost got a little emotional right there.
Take your time. Take your time.
Parkview Community Hospital.
In what city?
On Magnolia, Riverside, California. Them doctors, man. Let me tell you something. They had to work overtime that night. It was almost like when you know, like when they say what happened in the manger.
What had happened was,
you know, when they had the three kings come out.
Yeah, he has come.
Yeah, it was like lights and stuff was on. You know, I don't know if it was just like the electricity was working that day.
The Riverside Savior is here.
Man, let me tell you something. I ran up out of there, boy, and here I am. You know,
funny story about me. True story. When I was born, I was asleep. So that's how you knew I was going to be different. I was asleep.
You were asleep? Are you serious? No crying.
That's the story my mother told me, that when I was born, I was asleep.
Wow, that's something.
But I guess I knew then. I better get sleep then.
Right,
because when I hit the ground.
When I hit the ground, baby, that was it.
I go on average, I get 4 or 5 hours. We talked about it. I get 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night.
And Coach B knows. I mean, now, let me tell you something. I am almost narcoleptic. Like by 9 o'clock, my eyes just shut down. That. Like 9, 10 o'clock, I'm out of there. But I do wake up at 3 in the morning.
There you go.
I wake up with the bat, Hank Aaron, ready to go, baby. So at any rate, we got to get ready to go. We have some very special guests.
I'm excited about this because you didn't tell me they're actually in my neck of the woods in Rancho Cucamonga. Okay. Definition: sports massage will be up next.
Do we say that in French? Sports massage.
There you go. We got to ask them. We'll ask them. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back. So let's go ahead and do this. You are listening to IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Protexia users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Protexia and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Protexia have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons Sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Hello, my name is Officer Richard Guerrero, Vice President of the Fontana Police Officers Association. We're more than just a labor organization. The Fontana Police Officers Association is serious about giving back to our community, particularly to our kids. We found that kids who study, do well in school, volunteer regularly, and participate in sports are less likely to become involved in criminal activity and illicit drug usage. Each year we provide thousands of dollars in scholarships to local kids, community causes, and we are proud sponsors of the Inland Valley All-Star Classic Series. The Fontana POA and strong community leadership will make way for safer and more prosperous community.
Score Sports has been a loyal partner in the sports industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1975, Score Sports has always been a family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Southern California. They offer a full line of youth and adult soccer uniforms, accessories, and field equipment, youth and adult basketball uniforms and accessories and equipment. Score Sports can outfit your coaches and league referees as well, and much more. Their dedication and attention to detail has transformed Score Sports into one of the leading sport uniform manufacturers in the United States. Visit their spacious warehouse at 726 East Anaheim Street in Wilmington, or call them today at 800-626-7774. That's 800-626-7774. Or visit them on the web at scoresports.com. That's scoresports.com, at facebook.com/scoresports, or on Twitter and Instagram with the handle Score Sports. That's SCORESPORTS.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are live in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. This is IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. Is that the Grinch song? I swear to you, that was like a ritual of my brother and I. When we were a kid, we would watch that every year.
Yo, you had to watch that. We got the voice of Riverside in here. He's in there, showing us his phone and stuff. You know what I mean? That's my guy. He can do that. That's our guy right there.
But we're excited.
Yes, indeed.
We're excited. Before you go off the tangent, definition. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Sports Massage is in here, and the reason we did this, I have 2 slip discs in my bag.
Yes.
So I hope you don't mind, Eternal. This is the reason we wanted to bring them in, because I need some free.
Oh, you need some free?
Because the way my bank account is set up,
the way my checking
and savings is set up.
Like if I was to write you a check, the way it's set up is like it might bounce.
Right.
You can come back and talk to me, and maybe we can work out a little cash, a payment plan.
That's what they'll say, Brian. Do you play basketball? Because your checks bounce.
Yeah. That thing bounced all over. It could jump. If you would be kind enough, good folks, to introduce yourself to the Fox Sports 1350 audience, please.
Hi, I'm Alicia, manager and owner.
Fantastic.
I'm Andrew with Definition Sports Massage, and I am the founder and owner of this great company.
Fantastic.
Oh, there you go.
Now, we got a chance. We saw you guys through the Max Muscle video. Talk to us about how you guys got introduced to Max Muscle and how that whole thing came to be.
They actually came to us and they saw what we were doing on Instagram and liked what we were doing. So we had a meeting with them and we kind of had the same vision and kind of wanted to take our business in the same direction. So that's how we kind of got started, man.
Fantastic. Now in terms of how the business actually got started, give us a little back end story. Actually, how the business was established.
I've been doing this for about 12 years.
Okay.
My mom actually pushed me into massage. I didn't have any kind of direction of where I was going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was in construction. I didn't really want to do that. And back then I had a pretty face. So it was kind of a good way to go. I found out that I actually loved it. I love the way the body works. I love the way your body recovers. And I started working in spas and started getting into the sports world. And that's kind of what I really wanted to do. I played football. I was in wrestling. And I was just always attracted to how the body works.
Interesting concept.
And I have a question. So you guys do sports massage. So let me ask you this. I know it's sports massage, usually athletes that come in there. Are you guys okay with working on bench warmers? Because that's going to define if I come or not.
Yeah, because he doesn't he doesn't get a chance to say athlete. His ath kind of stops right there. It's ATH, and then everything after that is kind of like
Our focus is on athletes, but it's for everybody. I mean, if you're sitting at a desk all day, you can accumulate problems within the legs, back. So it's literally for everybody.
Right.
Desk, I mean, your shoulders get messed up. We're constantly on our phones. Your back gets messed up.
True.
So everything all the technology that's trying to help us is actually hurting us. So
interesting.
We try to educate everybody on all that stuff.
And then one thing, I'm on your website, definitionsportsmassage.com, and you guys said that you do a free hand-on assessment for the first visit. So just explain that. So for anyone in our audience that's listening, and you guys are located in the great city of Rancho Cucamonga.
Yes, sir.
They're located at you're at 11846 6th Street in the beautiful city of Rancho Cucamonga. So if anybody's interested in seeing you, what do you guys do on that first time you come in there?
It's just basically a hands-on assessment. We basically check you from head to toe. You kind of show us your problem areas, and we kind of go from there and see if it's something we can actually work on now. we only do myofascial work, muscle system. If it's anything with the skeletal system, if you need surgery, I mean, we kind of send
refer you to it, right?
Exactly. But if it's anything muscle, we want to make sure we can work on that and fix you up, get you going, having your life back.
Okay, I just want to make sure because my wife, like I said, she has suffers from sciatica. And like you said, you had the pretty face. So I just want to make sure, am I okay sending my wife there? I just want to make sure. Is your wife going to be there? I just got to make sure. Man, what they got, you magic fingers.
The magic fingers, man.
I said I had a
now you have your beautiful wife here. Now please tell us, now when somebody comes in, and you kind of like talk to us about that, what is in terms of getting them comfortable? Because there's an
not comfortable, comfortable.
Speak on it, right? There's an F in there. There's an F in there. Talk to us about some of the stuff that goes into that process, please.
It's really kind of just spewing our knowledge on them. The more we talk to them about their issues and how we can help them, a lot of people just kind of get comfortable in the first few minutes.
Nice.
Just knowing what we can do for them. And usually when we go out and do demos, we do a lot of demos for gyms. We went out Max Muscles event and we did some demos. And we do 5-minute hands-on work for them.
Nice.
And usually in that 5 minutes, they can tell that we know what we're doing.
Right.
We can help you on whatever it is you're trying to accomplish.
And then another thing, this is unique about this interview we're doing today. Is this gentleman walked in.
Take your time. Take your time, man. Just speak on it.
It's difficult. Right
Testify.
Gentleman walked in. He had a hat on. Had a G on there. I didn't know what it stood for initially.
Well, my brother went to Gardena High School, so I'm thinking maybe that's their logo at Gardena High School. Okay. Maybe that's it.
And so I thought to myself, have they looked at my stuff where the team that I roll with is not only is it my team, because I don't.
Oh wow!
It's America's team.
Oh goodness!
It's not just they don't say, Eddie, that's your team. They say it's America's football team. So I don't understand how we could be in America and folk don't want to be Dallas Cowboy fans. Talk to us about your Green Bay love, man. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Oh, man. I grew up in a family where everybody was a Rams fan, a Raiders fan, and a Dallas fan.
Wow.
And I did not want any part of that.
There you go. I can see not wanting to be a Dallas fan or a Rams fan. I can get that.
So it was a game where the Dallas Cowboys were playing the Packers, and I saw Brett Favre play, and I was like, I'm going to go for this team.
Yeah.
So ever since then, I've been a Packer fan.
The pride of Southern Miss.
Hey, when you see, I can't knock Brett. Brett is he still got the Wranglers on. He's still
Right.
He's still chucking the football 50 yards at a pop.
My entire family tree lives right by Southern Miss, so I know a lot about Brett Favre.
Oh yeah, Brett's the man. But it's all good. But no. So again, now for folks that want to come in, tell them how they can get in contact with you, good folks, if they want to get in contact with you guys.
Yeah, give us a call or on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. We post all our promotions, deals, coupons, direct messages. Email us.
Mm-hmm. No. Tell the folks how to get you on Instagram. What's the handle?
Definition Sports Massage.
And it's spelled direct. There's no weird spelling.
Nope.
It's definition as it's spelled, sports as it's spelled, in plural, massage.
Massage, yes. Definition Sports Massage on Instagram. Website definitionsportsmassage.com.
And I have a question for you. What is cupping? What does that do?
Now, because I used to think cupping, man, like when you have your young lady friend and she puts the arm around your arm, that was cupping. That's what I thought it was. But apparently it's something different.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We use these cups and we apply suction to them, and what it does is pull out all the toxins in the body.
Wow.
A lot of therapists use trigger points and they press on that. Sometimes you can place the cups on the body and it does the same thing but an opposite effect.
Interesting.
So it works. It's to each their own. Sometimes this works for a certain body, and this time this will work for a different body.
Well, I saw the colors that it changes the skin.
It does,
and initially when I saw that, I know it's not for me.
Right.
Because if my skin is changing colors, now because I don't know if y'all know, I got a darker tone, so if my skin changes different than what it is, we might have to call an ambulance or something. So.
And then I'm on your website, once again, definitionsportsmassage.com. Go ahead and can you rattle off the type of treatments that you guys have?
Yeah, so like we talked about, we do cupping, we do rock blading, we do stretching, we do ART work. We're kind of all over the spectrum. Lymphatic drainage, that's kind of to reduce the swelling in any area. It's pretty crazy, man. We get a lot of stuff, a lot of toys
you guys,
to play with.
Yeah, exactly. Got a lot of stuff. So again, thank you guys for coming out. We really appreciate it. And again, for folks who want to, you guys are looking to, because obviously you guys deal with all different sports. As you said, wrestling. So
they even deal with bench warmers.
Yeah,
so I'm excited.
Hey, sign me up. But again, thank you folks for coming. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
And then before you go, give me one more time your website, your address, and your phone number where people can contact you.
Yes, website is definitionsportsmassage.com, 909-973-1189. Address is 11846 6th Street, Rancho Cucamonga. We're right by Ontario Mills.
Okay, got you. I live in the Village of Heritage, so I'm gonna have to come over there and check.
See, I right there. See, he's real close. You know?
Yeah, I'm right around the corner. So
you'll limp in and walk out.
Absolutely. Well, my problem's not the limp. It was my fingertips and my shoulders because carrying the ice for the team and then making sure you get the ice
and in your buttocks. All them splinters in your buttocks.
Can you guys work on that? Because I might have some old remnants of splinters.
I'm not gonna touch your butt.
He's like, I ain't gonna let my wife touch your butt.
And then I almost got slapped one time because when we was playing at Downey, I almost got off the bench. And I just told the coach, I'm just stretching. There's the way he looked at me, I'm going to go ahead and sit down.
Right.
I'm going to sit down.
But you folks enjoy your holiday. And we'll be back right after this. Coach B, I guess we got to pay some bills, and we'll come back with the voice of Riverside.
There you go. You know what they said when I was leaving?
What they say?
He going to cry in the car. So you're listening by IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile and Coach B.
Andy Turtle, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here live on Fox Sports 1350. Don't dare stop Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I hope he won't forget to crack his castanets and to his reindeer say, "Oh Pancho, oh Vixen, oh Pedro, oh Blitzen, ole, 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 ole."
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Protexxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Protexxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Protexxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons Sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Hello, my name is Officer Richard Guerrero, Vice President of the Fontana Police Officers Association. We're more than just a labor organization. The Fontana Police Officers Association is serious about giving back to our community, particularly to our kids. We found that kids who study, do well in school, volunteer regularly, and participate in sports are less likely to become involved in criminal activity and illicit drug usage. Each year we provide thousands of dollars in scholarships to local kids, community causes, and we are proud sponsors of the Inland Valley All-Star Classic Series. The Fontana POA and strong community leadership will make way for safer and more prosperous communities.
Score Sports has been a loyal partner in the sports industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1975, Score Sports has always been a family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Southern California. They offer a full line of youth and adult soccer uniforms, accessories, and field equipment, youth and adult basketball uniforms and accessories and equipment. Score Sports can outfit your coaches and league referees as well, and much more. Their dedication and attention to detail has transformed Score Sports into one of the leading sport uniform manufacturers in the United States. Visit their spacious warehouse at 726 East Anaheim Street in Wilmington, or call them today at 800-626-7774. That's 800-626-7774. Or visit them on the web at scoresports.com. That's scoresports.com, at facebook.com/scoresports, or on Twitter and Instagram with the handle Score Sports. That's SCORESPORTS.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are live in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know, the conversation starts and stops here. You know, Eternal, I'm starting to have questions, and I'm starting to worry about you, because usually I'm the one with the deep voice.
Right.
So I don't know why you were so excited. What are you trying to tell me?
Well, you don't have the deep voice, man. Like, it's already been deemed.
Yeah.
No, you got the you have the voice for play. You're the play-by-play guy.
Okay, because I can do a smooth jam. You know, this is the top 40. You know, ladies, we got. Yeah, I mean, I can do it if I need to.
Well, so you saying you can transition?
I can do it. We got the Genuine coming on up next. Make sure you call in the call lines. I can do it. I can do it, man.
Well, Coach B and I, first thing, I've been knowing this brother for a long time. But Coach B and I, we were formerly. I got a chance to see this brother get out, and when I tell you, when he says the RCC Tigers at the RCC football game, it feels like Wheelock Field is shaking a little bit. I don't know if you noticed that, Coach B, when we was up there. We were playing.
Yes.
And when he said the RCC Tigers, and I mean, okay. What's that right there? That's all. He got the smooth jazz.
There you go.
You're right.
Sound like our guy. What's the guy? Secret Garden. What's the guy?
Barry.
There you go.
But we do have, ladies and gentlemen, the voice of Riverside. Please introduce yourself to the Fox Sports 1350 audience.
Good morning, everybody out there. I'm Leon D. Culpepper, a.k.a. Pepper, the voice of Riverside. I want to thank a couple of people for giving me that handle. One is my great Poly friend. I'm a Poly graduate, class of 64, with Bobby Bonds. And my person that gave me that title was a lady named Virginia Blumenthal, a prominent attorney here in Riverside, so we go back to the 60s. But thank you guys very much for having me on your show.
Do you know that Eternal is a Ramona Ram?
He does know that.
That was our rival.
Yes.
Back in the day. Matter of fact, we played them in 64, and one of their players took the last kickoff all the way back, and they upset the Poly Bears, and that was like, there were only two high schools in Riverside at the time, Poly and Ramona.
That was it.
And that was the biggest laugh of the city, of beating Bobby Bonds in a football game.
Oh, wow.
At Wheelock Stadium, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the real home of Poly.
See, now this gentleman knows Riverside history.
Let me tell you something. I told folks.
You want me to step out?
I was about to say, you might want to close the door and raise on up out here.
Go ahead and get out.
I told folk, and you could attest to this, Pepper, that the Riverside campus right now, where RCC is, was initially Poly High School. Talk to us about that history.
I'm a 1964 graduate. I'm 71 years old. Riverside Poly was down where Wheelock Stadium was, where the Cutter Pool is, where we have our new aquatic center there at RCC, which is really, really super great. And the bottom line is that Poly was down. They used to say why we were in so good shape. Me, Bobby, Eddie Fomar, Terry Walling, a bunch of us. Well, you had to walk them hills from the east side, walk down the hill and up the hill. Poly was where RCC was, where Landis Auditorium was kind of the cutoff. Then RCC was the quad. Poly moved in 65 up to Victoria and Central, but the original home of Poly and Wheelock Stadium and Wheelock Gym is right there at the RCC campus.
Now, so one thing I was going to say. You have some history in Riverside, so you probably know that Eddie Talbert Sr. was actually a good football player. So not junior.
I got you. I lived here in Riverside most of my life, and then I went to work for the state of California fighting fires with the Department of Youth Authority and Department of Corrections.
Yes.
And then I left from 70 to 80. Then I came back. But the name sounds familiar.
Senior was a good player.
Well, that was the time when my dad played at 70.
Yeah, he was good.
RCC.
So Senior was actually good in football.
And I wasn't. I didn't pick up on that. Now, here's a question we want to ask you real quick, because again, one of the reasons we have this brother on, because not only because he is a Riverside historian in terms of Riverside sports, but he also will be the voice for the Riverside Sheriff's Association football game. But I want to ask you a quick question. When you talk about athletes, who are some of the better athletes? Because a lot of folks know. Because you mentioned Bobby Bonds a couple of times, but a lot of folks know Barry Bonds, and a lot of folks they don't know that the father is Riverside. You know what I mean? Came up in the Riverside. You know, the family is still there right now. Talk to us about, and maybe it's not Bobby Bonds, but talk to who is like one of the athletes that came out of Riverside that was like one of the special athletes that you just like, that was the guy right there.
Well, I was on that Facebook page maybe about a month and a half ago. I worked for Mike Barty and the John W. North Huskies, along with Yancey Dotson and the Bears. In other words, I'm a freelance voice person. But anyway, one of the guys, they put up who was the best big man to ever come out of Riverside. And a lot of people put on there, of course, the North Huskies, Kevin Butler. And I had to put down there, no, the best big man ever to come out of Riverside Poly, Bob Rule, who played for Colorado State, also played for RCC when they went 32-0 and 65. Then they went 30-1 with Tarkanian. He went to Colorado, and he held Will Chamberlain to 30 points one night.
Wow.
So that's the best big man ever to come out of Riverside. Some of the people that I grew up with, Bobby Bonds, of course, was probably the best athlete. That's my best friend. We like brothers. And I just talked to Barry yesterday because that fire down there was near his aunt's house in the river bottom. So some of the Barry was born here, but he was never raised here. He went to Sarah High School up in San Mateo.
Yep.
Then Bobby was probably the greatest. Eddie Fomar, probably back in our era, the good basketball player. Terry Walling. There was a lot of us. We just had fun, playing sports.
Yeah, And at that time, as he mentioned, a lot of folks don't know just Riverside, that history. A lot of the people you were mentioning, when folks came to Riverside, that's what was the hub. You went to the east side. Everybody kind of went to the east side area. So that's where you see most folks coming from North, Poly, et cetera. And then, then the other segment of Riverside was, the hillside area where a lot of our folks went to Ramona. But talk to us about just, when you see guys like Dusty Baker, another Riverside guy, talk to us about some of these people. Like, a lot of folk don't know that these people come out of Riverside.
We got Dusty Baker right there at Patterson Park, not too far from where we're at right now in Linden and Iowa. Dusty Baker played there, probably the best pitcher ever to come out of Riverside, a guy named Stan Davis. Sometimes they would actually think that Stan was better than Bobby. Like I said, we could put together an all-star team at our Little League. You got Alvin Davis that played there at first base. The Kennedy was there second.
Yep.
Like I tell people, I could put together an all-star team just, of course, we got Jake Marisnik and Austin Barnes, my Poly boys, who I raised back in the day, and they both were in the World Series.
Austin Barnes now the Dodgers catcher right now.
Right. I would go down to spring training with Bobby the Giants, and everybody would have, where's this little city, Riverside? And you'd be surprised how many baseball players and athletes that come out of this little small city. Well, it ain't small no more.
No, it's big time now.
We're big time now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm homegrown Riverside, and I love everything about it, and I'm a Poly Bear, so I love that too.
I love you rubbing that in Eternal's face.
No, man, put
respect on.
When he says it, it don't hurt me as much. I don't. Maybe it's the voice. I don't know. But now we're having you here, and again, like obviously we're making the announcement that you will be the announcer for the football game. How long have you been doing this, man? I know people used to want to keep you away, man. Don't call my girlfriend, brother, on the phone. You know what I mean? Or were you leaving the voicemail? Like I used to have these people used to have me leave voicemails for people. Like, hey, do that little D voice real quick, man, and make sure you and I'll black out the phone number when you get done.
I started my radio broadcasting career. Actually, I went to RCC. That's my alma mater. I'm a Tiger and a Bear.
Tigers.
Yeah, RCC. Go Tigers. Anyway, I love that football team. I love that stadium. I call it that's my house when I go to work on a Saturday night.
And you know we had Oscar Edwards on the other day. Now,
Dr. Diff. You're talking about Dr. Diff. He's from the neighborhood a block away.
Talk to him about it. I mean, I be trying to tell my man.
You asked me how long I've been doing this. Well, actually, Oscar Edwards is like a block away. Him and my little cousin, they used to have two German shepherds in the neighborhood back in the day. You didn't mess with Oscar, or you didn't mess with Bootsy with them dogs.
Right.
But I started my career back in the day. I started UC Riverside after I left RTC, and then I went to work for the state for corrections and moved up north, up in the San Mateo area. I was working at a fire camp, and I wanted to always be in radio, but I had a family. And the bottom line is that I got my AA degree up in San Mateo and my radio broadcasting license, and first job was in Chicago. Well, I got two young men, and I can't take them to Chicago with me, so I continued my career, working in that, changed and went to work for Riverside Poly. Then I worked for a radio station, KUOR 89.1. I did smooth jazz.
My uncle worked there, Gary Talbert.
Yeah, exactly. So that, and then I just been in public speaking, and every time I get a compliment about this voice, I appreciate it, and I appreciate all y'all that tell me that I got a good voice, and I just love sports. I'm a sports fanatic, and that's how I got into it, and been doing RCC for, about 15 to 17 years. I do Poly, North, whenever. Now I'm retired, so I'm like freelancing.
Yes.
Anybody wants me, they got me.
There it is, right
and
there.
Once again, you're listening to IE Sportsnet on Fox Sports 1350 with Coach B and Eternal. And with that, so tell us a little bit about it. Like Eternal said, we're excited about this, is we're doing the Riverside Sheriff's Association All-Star Game. So it's 2 games. So just want to let you be known. So at that game, so we're going to do the 2:15. No, I'm talking about the – okay. So what we're going to do is – and we talk about that. You try to communicate me what I'm talking. I don't get it. So we're doing 2 games at Corona High School. So we're going to do the 2:15 game, which is a small schools game. So you're going to have the kids that play 8-man football or Division 13 and 14. And then we're going to have the big school games, which is just going to be Riverside County. So are you excited about doing the 2 games? We're good with 2 games? Anything you need?
Well, that ain't nothing. Actually, I just did the Battle Zone basketball tournament, and it went from Monday all the way till Saturday.
Okay.
And I did 2 games per day, and then I've done the tournaments like the Martin Luther King Classics, where I start at 9 o'clock, and I do 7 basketball games.
Oh, wow.
And I walk out of there at 10:30. I don't want to see a basketball.
Right. So
I'm real excited about this. I'm happy about this because this is, great, and might see some future Tiger players out there or wherever.
Oh,
and I love working with kids. Anything that I remember when I was a kid, we used to always love the announcer, and I said one day that's going to be me. And
there you go.
Luckily, the good Lord has blessed me with this opportunity.
So you got some experience. Do you have a special rider? I mean, do you want only green M&Ms?
I'm about to say, do you want now or later? Do you want to? I mean, what can we get you up there, brother?
No, just your friendship and just having me aboard. I appreciate it, and looking forward to this, and hopefully we can do this every year and make it put Riverside on the map as it is already.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, we thank you so much for folks who want to join us. Coach B, one of those dates again for that game, and again, it's going to be taking place at the great Corona High School field. We went up there, did a walkthrough last week. We're excited about this.
Corona Panthers. So the game is going to be on January 20th, Saturday. The small schools game the 2:15 is going to start at 5 o'clock. The big schools game will start at 7:30, and then the following week. So the big schools game is just Riverside County only. It's a Riverside Sheriff's Association 2:15 and the All-Star game. And then the following Saturday, the January 27th, we'll be over at A.B. Miller with the Inland Valley Hall of Fame Classic. We have another class of inductees. I'm going to see if my ballots were if I'm going to get in this year. So, I feel like T.O.
Right.
I'm just waiting.
I'm just waiting on my call.
I know what you mean. I'm trying to get in the RCC Hall of Fame, and
they better get you in there.
Every time I mention it, everybody laughs, but I ain't laughing about it.
He ain't playing. That's true. And we ain't playing either. You better get Pepper up in there. Sir, thank you so much for coming out bright and early, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. And I said congratulations and thank you again, man. Keep up the good work, sir.
Thank you for listening to IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here. Live on Fox Sports 1350. Merry Christmas, y'all.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
You are tuned into the new home for IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio 1350 a.m., IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning, 8 a.m.